In this HTML video, we're going to be talking about buttons and then like some of the attributes of buttons. So one of the ways that we can make a button is by using the button tag. And then we can say like press me. There we go. Just like that. Done. Video's done. Just kidding. So here we have a button, and it's really just as simple as using the button tag. Let's change a little bit of the information here on the button. Let's change the background color to purple. And we can change, you see how there's that border around it? Let's get rid of that border. Border 0. And then when we click on it, there's like a little outline to it. Actually here, let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's do padding 1 rem. Now you can probably see it. There's like a little blue border. Let's get rid of that. So that would be outline. Outline none. So now when you like click on it, it doesn't show up there. All right, so that's a button. Want to create a bunch of buttons? Let's do a bunch of buttons. Let's do some margin to kind of space these things out though. So we have all these buttons. Now notice when I click on the button though, nothing happens. It doesn't give you that feedback that it should give you. Well, there's a couple things that we can do with buttons. We can give it a hover pseudo class, and we can change the background color to, let's say, yellow. So now when I hover over it, they turn yellow. There's a couple other ones that are available. Let's do button, and then we can do active. And then we'll change this to blue. So if I hover over it, but then when I click on it, now that's the active one when you click on it. Shows you that you press down. Let's just change the color in this one instead. So this will be just the text color. Can't really tell on that one. Let's do red. Because I want to do one more, and that one is called focus. And this one will have a background color of, let's say, green. So focus. So now when I click on it and I let go, now this is in focus. If I hit tab, that changes focus also. So that's what focus does. Whatever's in focus, whatever's the whatever's being kind of presented to the user as I'm targeting on this right now. Then when I hit tab, it switches over to focusing on this piece. And then if I click over here, focus is red, red text, and also active. Now there's another way to make a button. It seems to be that HTML5 focusing more on buttons using the button tag, but there's another way that you're going to see online a lot, which is using an input. So we can name it button in this case. Type is button. Then we can give it a value, and that's how we name it. I'll just call it button. And there we go. There's our button this way also. And we can also give this the same type of attributes. So we can put a comma, so we can add another thing. We can do input, and then these square brackets, and then we can say what type we're going to focus on. And we can say button. And then we can do the same thing for all of these. And they'll all have the same attributes for focus, active, and so on. What we need to do is add the hover state for all these pseudo classes. Active, and then focus, and then we should be good. Now it behaves just like all the other buttons. So there's two different ways. I'd probably stick to this way. You can do a little bit more with it. And that's buttons.